Our cemeteries are running out of space. GBN's news team took a trip to a few of the major burial grounds around the capital to get a first-hand look at this present situation and possible options for consideration. According to Funeral Director Clinton Bailey of Bailey's Funeral Home, this situation needs to be addressed urgently.
Years now we've been trying to rotate or reuse cemetery by cemetery by cemetery. We moved from Center Cemetery for a while and we gone down to Wilberforce. So we are now utilizing Wilberforce. Everywhere we can get to stick a body in between a grave, we're trying to get it. But some places you got to get room because you have a casket or something like that. But it's a problem which I think we need to look at immediately. If our cemetery keeper is digging a grave, he will look for a spot and squeeze. But it's a problem. It's a problem that we need to look at now, immediately.
The funeral director said families are sometimes referred to cemeteries on the outskirts of the capital, as finding a suitable final resting place for their loved ones is sometimes a challenge.
But St. George's Cemetery is ram-cram. Gramba is still good. Sotes is still pretty good. Where we have room now is Montjalou and Monterey. But after that, St. George's Cemetery, the major cemetery in Grenada, it is full to the brim. The priest in Granance now is saying the only how you can get a spot is if you have an old grave and you want to redig it. That's the only how you can get a spot now in Granance, because Granance is full.
Building tombs or cremation are viable options, often considered as ways of adapting to the challenge of limited space. However, the funeral director sees cremation as a far-fetched option for now.
I see cremation coming on, yes, but we got to skip a generation. We got to hold that generation and pull them up for that cremation to take root. And we are a strong Catholic tradition country. Right, so I don't see that happening in the near future. I would say I'll give it another 5 years.
For families considering burying their loved ones close to their family homes, this would require seeking permission from the Ministry of Health.
Next to your house is a taboo subject in that. You can bury, I'll have to make a request to the Ministry of Health. When families come to us, we write a letter with them, giving them to take to the Ministry of Health. The Ministry of Health now has to go to the house, the area where you want to bury, and speak to the neighbors and see water runoff. There's a lot of implications that has to take place. Right? If it's not viable, they will say no. If the neighbor that open her window and see a grave in front of her window say no, she can't handle it, they will not give you. If you have a piece of land that's cut out, and it's, say, family cemetery, you probably could get away with it. If you have a place now that have 5-6 bodies buried already, you probably could get away with it. But it's something that the ministry is trying to discourage.
GBN reached out to the Ministry of Health for feedback on what families can do in accordance with the ministry's stipulations. However, our calls went unanswered. Christina John, GBN News.